Hello, and a happy Christmas to every single one of you, especially if you are here watching with us today. I will link down below the other channels that are participating in today's tags. There are two options for today's tags, and these are on my website. I've had to do it that way, and I'm really sorry for those of you who wish they were somewhere else, but unfortunately they are on my website. You will need to sign up to the mailing list if you haven't already done so to get a password. If you have lost your password, please sign up again, and you can get these tags in the members area. Okay, so let's get cracking. These are one part. These are for one tag, and these are for another tag. So for now, what I'm going to do actually, before I even start, is I'm going to grab my file folder, and I'm going to back everything. Okay, and also this tag and this tag. Once I've backed them with file folder, I'm also going to back them with some Christmas cardstock, because we need, the back of these will be shown, so we want those to look pretty. So I'll go ahead and back all of these and be right back. There's all of my pieces, and like I said, this one I have backed with some Christmas cardstock, and yes, this one I've also backed with some Christmas cardstock. I thought I'd backed the wrong one for a minute there, but no, this is the back tag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to probably work on both at once, because there are two options for this. One is slightly more complicated than the other. This is what I think will be the most complicated, and I'll be honest with you, I have not put one of these together yet. So I really hope this is going to work. It's working in my head. Will it work on paper? So I'm going to put those two pieces aside, and I have already done this because I knew it was going to be a little bit fiddly. I've taken a piece of cardboard. Okay, I drew around my tag, and then I cut the tag shape out. I did have to use a craft knife and a ruler because it was quite thick. Then what I did was I've left a little bit of a gap, but I've cut a little kind of aperture out of here. Now I may need to add a little bit of cardboard here, because there is a tiny little sliver here where there's the doorstep. So I probably should have left a tiny piece here, but I didn't, unfortunately. But you know, best laid plans and all that. So I'm just gonna start with this base piece. So I'm going to glue the back of my cardboard. I'm going to line this up the best I possibly can. That's actually taking really well. So I'm going to glue this tricky little strip down, and I hope it's not going to be in my way. We'll soon find out, and we'll put that in to that gap. Right, so obviously that doesn't look a particularly attractive tag at the moment. I'm going to put that piece aside. And bring this piece back in. Now, what I'm going to do very carefully is because this is backed, I'm going to cut along the top, the side and the bottom of my door. Actually, I'm going to swap rulers because that one is a bit slippy. Right. Right, bone folder. Let's get that up against the crease of that door. Slowly, very slowly and gently open that door. Now, what I haven't done is thought too much about how I'm going to close my door, but I'm quite happy to have it flapping open, to be honest with you. Just keep very, very gently pushing that open. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ink this crease here first of all. And now I'm going to take my spare door. I didn't mount this because this piece is already mounted. And we need to add this door to the back of the front door. Brilliant. So I'm going to glue this onto the back of my door. Loving it, loving it. Right. I'm going to take my black archival ink and a small inking tool, and I'm going to ink my edge of my door in black. And like I said, I haven't actually tested this out, so I am a little bit nervous what this is going to look like, especially because the door is going to be kind of slightly open. Needs to be glued here. Okay, but that's our door. Oh, actually, that's working out really well. Not bad at all. Right, we actually want to glue this, not that, because that's a different size. Doesn't really matter if the glue's going to dry, so that's not a big problem. But this is the bit we want to glue. So let's go round here. I'm going to line those up. Okay, so I'm just going to put that aside and we can come back to our next tag. Now this one, you can probably guess exactly what I'm going to do with this, because it's the theme of my tags all the way through this December daily. Right, they're all backed. Okay, I'm going to literally layer these up using cardboard pieces. After spending 3 days creating the tag itself, the digital, it kind of seems like I couldn't possibly put enough effort into putting this tag together. And why did it take me so long? Because everything takes me that long. If you watched my day 24, you will know in advance that these tags for these 2 days, we've made them big, you know, I've made them bigger because it's Christmas Day and Boxing Day, but they don't fit in the box that I initially made. They are going to layer like so. The topper, then the door, then the wreath, and we also have I didn't cut it completely to size because I didn't want to lose this tiny little number. And then we have It's Christmas. I don't think I want too OTT on this. I kind of really like the simplicity of it. I do like it. It's simple but not simple. I'm just going to put this number. I mean, none of this is necessary. If you don't want to, you could literally have the door. And that's your tag done. Oh, haven't inked anything. Haven't inked anything or done anything to it. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do actually. Let's ink this. I think we're definitely going to bounce this up a little bit on some cardstock. I hope you haven't found my tags too repetitive, but I think once I started in a certain style with these tags, kind of just followed through, so they all fit cohesively into my December daily box. But I completely understand if some of you feel that's been a little bit boring. Inking this and sewing. I don't actually know that I want to sew this either. Let's sew it. I'm going to ink and sew. Yeah, my sewing machine is going to go off for a service in the new year. Right, I'm looking forward to trying this new fabric art glitter glue. We'll see how that turns out. I'm going to take my stickles. I've decided stickles is the way to go. And I'm going to just add some stickles where the snow has landed on the top. So we've got the top of the door. I'm actually going to put a row along the top of the door there. Very long then. Oh, let's go along the top of the door. Let's see. I'm not sure if that's actually picking up the stickles, but that tag, I'm going to call that done. It's obviously going to take some time to dry because I have added those stickles. Finally got one of those red bows in. I'll put that one aside and bring this one back. So this one seems quite a lot more straightforward and a bit more simple. There's only a little gap along there. Now what I should have done is I should have inked all of the way along here. So that's a huge boo-boo for me, really. Let me see, what have I got? Right, I've got my black pen. And what I don't want to do is just go straight in there and start inking around the edge. I'm going to take a sheet of paper and put that in. Okay, so I've gone around the edge with my black marker very carefully. I would absolutely recommend you do that before. This tag hasn't quite gone to plan, but hopefully you guys can learn from my mistakes. Okay, so basically our door will open and we've got something on the inside. There's a small gap around here. We could have made that much bigger. So I've got some modelling paste and a knife. I'm going to take that out of the lid. Right, now what I'm going to do is I am just going to go round the edge of my tag really carefully with some modelling paste. It's going to take a little while and then it's going to take even longer to dry. I just want to lose that cardboard look on the side of the tag. Okay, so that has now been edged all the way round, and what I'm going to do to hold this up, I'm going to clamp it there and I'm going to clamp it here and I'm going to stand it like so while that dries, and I'm going to put this back in my... Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave that for a bit and come back hopefully when it's a little bit drier. Things are fairly dry, not dry, but just a little bit dry. I'm very impatient when it comes to finishing off. So this one is the driest. This one is finished. I hope you can. I hope it's picking up the sparkles. I actually love this one. I thought this was going to be my favourite, but I think this one is. So we've got the dimension as usual for our Christmas Day tag. And I've just stuck my finger in the stickles. I was trying to be very careful. This is just about dry. What I did was I actually put some stickles on the board and just rubbed a little bit around here so there's a little bit of glitter. I also added stickles along the top of the door and here and the wreath and along the floor and in the Christmas tree in a similar way that I did with this one. But this one obviously has the open door. It's a little bit warped. I've just stuck my finger in it again. It's not worked out exactly as I had planned, but maybe I should have done a tester. I'm happy with that door being open. I'm more than happy with that. So those are my two Christmas Day tags. I mean, I may still add something. You know, you never know, do you? Never say it's finished. But for today, it certainly is. I hope you like them. I hope you've enjoyed, you know, having a little Christmas Day video if you've had time to watch and if you've got time to craft today. I hope you have a very restful and peaceful Christmas Day, and I will see you again tomorrow for Boxing Day. Take care. Bye.